What's up, guys? So we have an update on the Tyreek Hill detainment situation prior to yesterday's game against Jacksonville, and it's pretty disturbing, honestly. We got the body cam footage, and I'm gonna let y'all watch it. But before we get there, I'm gonna say some viewer discretion is advised. Afterwards, we're also going to talk about the police union's statement on the situation, Tyreek Hill's attorney's statement on the situation, and then Mike McDaniel's statement or emotional press conference, really, that he had about the situation. So without further ado, I do want to say viewer discretion is advised. A lot of y'all are going to find this disturbing. A lot of y'all are going to find this infuriating, and some of y'all may find this triggering. It is a pretty disturbing video, honestly, and anybody who was not on Tyreek Hill's side before probably should be now. All right, I'm gonna show y'all right now.
Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Like what? Why do you have it on? Hey, keep your window down. Hey, keep your window down. Keep your window down. I'm gonna get you out of the car. As a matter of fact, get out of the car. Give me your ass, Mom. Get out of the car. Give me your ass, we'll break that freaking window. Get out of the car. Get out of the car right now. We're not playing this game. Get out. 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 What part of violence do you understand?
Hey, Drew, I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting arrested. I'm getting arrested, Drew. I'm getting out, bro. God damn, twin.
When we tell you to do something, you do it. You understand?
I'm getting out,
You
bro.
understand? Not what you want, but what we tell you.
I'm getting
You're a little
out.
fucking confused.
I'm getting out, bro.
Too late.
Chill,
Too
bro.
late.
All right, bro. Take
Too
me to
late.
jail, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro.
We are. We will.
Good, bro.
It is good.
Hey, Drew. Hey,
Don't worry about it. I hung up the phone. You stop crying.
bro. Y'all
Don't move.
good. Bro, you
Sit 'em
beating
up.
on my window like you crazy.
Just set him up.
Why y'all beating on my window like y'all crazy for? Damn, yo, dude, beating on my window like he crazy. I ain't do nothing, twin. Damn. Hey, I'm gonna pull to the side, bro.
Hey, don't park there. Don't park there.
Hey. Hold on, bro. I just had surgery on my knee. I just had surgery on my knee, bro. I just had surgery
Really?
on
What
my
a
knee, bro.
coincidence. I just heard you in your ears when we told you to put your window down.
Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Hey, Joe New, bro.
Back up.
Hey, call Drew. Call Drew. Call Drew. Call Drew. Call Drew. Hey, call Drew. Call Drew, bro. Call Drew. Call Drew. Hey, call Drew, bro. Hey, what? Hey, call Drew, bro. Just call Drew. Hey.
What am I doing that's wrong?
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Hey, man, they got Tyreek. The cops over here beating on him, man.
Listen.
They over here beating on Tyreek,
Listen, big man. Don't park there, man. Just get in
Hey,
the
yo,
car.
hey, Drew, you gotta come, man.
Just get in the car.
Straight up the side, on the side of the,
Hey, get in the car. You're parked in the middle of the street.
I'm in the car.
You gotta go before you get a ticket.
Hey, you're in the car.
Who's the driver? This is my car.
All right, move.
I'll take that.
You gotta move right now.
I'm coming, man.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket too.
I'm coming.
Let me have your license. You're gonna have ticket. Let me have your license.
I'm leaving.
I'm not playing. Let me have your
I'm
license.
leaving. Yo, what's
Your
going
license
on?
right now.
Sir, what's going on,
Your license
man?
right now. You're not gonna give me your license?
Get in the car and leave.
You're not gonna give me your license?
I'm leaving.
Let me have your license. Your license right now.
Sir, you want me to
Hey,
leave?
your license right now.
I'm leaving.
Or I'm gonna lock you up.
just told
Your
me to
license
leave.
right now.
He just told me to
Your
leave.
license right now.
Sir, he just-
You're dealing with me now.
Sir.
Your license right now.
All right, so I'm not gonna make y'all watch that again, but it's a very, very disturbing video, basically from front to end. So the two cops initially go up to the window. First one bangs on the window, and look, Tyreek Hill was probably rightfully pulled over because he was speeding / reckless driving. He admitted to that to a certain extent. Then he gets there, cop bangs on the window, and look, it's an expensive car, it's a nice car. You don't want people banging on your window. I don't even care if you drive a 1994 Prius. Like, I don't care. Like, banging on the window is kind of just disrespectful, and anybody that knows Miami cops knows that their egos are typically huge. I will say the one with the body cam footage, he's the only one that's like somewhat calm throughout this entire thing. But the thing is that he never even checks any of his partners there. There's 3 other cops there that are hot-headed. He doesn't do anything to de-escalate the situation. So he's also at fault there. But then just like, so he knocks on the window. And Tyreek Hill, you know, give him the information. He's like, bro, don't be knock on my window. That's crazy. Like, don't knock on the window. He's like, well, like what? And so Tyreek Hill, like, annoyed, rolls his window back up, thinking that the cop's gonna go back, run his information, you know, get his ticket, come back. He knocks on the window. Hey, keep your window down. Tyreek Hill, like, he's calling his agent. He's like, what? Rolls the window down a little bit. He's like, keep your window down. Keep your window down, or I'm gonna get you out the car. Matter of fact, get out the car. Like, instantly, like that. Like, and then the second guy comes over, the second or third and fourth guy comes over actually, and the third one's like, get out the car, or I'm gonna break your window. Like, bro, what? Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are you so angry? Then Tyreek Hill, they open the door, and he has like 1 foot as he's getting out the car, and they yank him out. He's like, I'm getting out. Like, he's getting out the car, and they're yanking him out. Like, too late. Too late for what? You didn't give him an opportunity to get out of the car. Then you throw him on the ground. His phone falls. And Drew just answered the phone. He's yelling to Drew, like, hey, I'm getting arrested. And the cop's like, you know, too late. You're effing confused. You do what we tell you to do, not what you want to do. Like, bro, what planet are you on? Like, I understand that you always want to comply with the cops, and you always, you know, want to just make it as easy as possible, but he genuinely wasn't doing anything completely wrong other than being a little annoying. And I mean, like, a little annoying. And it's because he was annoyed. And at that point in time, there was no reason for you to throw him on the floor the way you did. There was no reason for you to end his call that he was on with his agent and then tell him to stop crying. You tell him to stop crying after you hang up the phone. Then Jonnu and Calais see what's going on. Jonnu pulls in front, Calais pulls in the back, and the cop just runs to Jonnu. Like, hey, you need to leave. Like, Jonnu's like, yo, what's going on? He's calling Drew Rosenhaus, Tyreek's agent. I believe it's also Jonnu's agent. And he's talking to him, and he's like, hey, like, here's where we are. And he's new to Miami, so he's trying to figure out, like, what road this is, and so Drew can come to the aid of these guys, right? And Calais Campbell on the other side, he's walking up like this, being like, hey, what's going on? Like, that's my friend. And he talked about it on First Take this morning. And they basically told him, look, you got to move, you got to leave, or your car's going to get towed. And he's like, well, you can tow my car, and I'll stand where you want me to stand, but I'm not leaving. Like, that's my boy. I'm gonna stay here for him. And then they put him in cuffs, like, for zero reason at all. And then the guy races over to Jonnu here, and he's like, give me your license or I'm gonna arrest you. And arrest him for what? And as the other cop is contradicting what he's saying, the calm one, being like, hey, look, just get in your car and go. As the guy is yelling at him to give him his license or he's going to arrest him. So now he's getting, you know, 2 different things. He's getting, give me your license or I'm going to arrest you, and get in your car and just go. Like, come on. And then he's like, look, he just told me to get in the car and leave. He's like, you're not dealing with him anymore. You're dealing with me. Like, why am I dealing with you now? Are you his boss? Or are you just more pissed off and you're escalating the situation even more? And what really bothers me about that is the whole thing of the Miami-Dade Police Department union. Their statement on the situation was basically that Tyreek Hill didn't immediately comply, and then for the safety of the police officers and the people around, that they detained him to de-escalate the situation. De-escalate the situation is what they said was the reason that he was put in cuffs. What part of that was putting him in cuffs de-escalating anything? That escalated the situation. That wasn't de-escalating jack shit. That escalated the situation to where it should not have been. There was nowhere near. And then Tyreek Hill, cuffs on already, mind you, cuffs on, standing on the sidewalk. One cop is, he's holding him. He's like, hey, get down. He's like, all right, give me a sec. I had surgery on my knee. And the other cop just comes over, puts him in that headlock and yanks him down. Bro, what are you doing? He's in cuffs. What's he gonna do? Jackie Chan freaking kick you? What are you so angry about? Why are you using that kind of force on a person that is cuffed? Like, what is wrong with you? That pissed me off. Like, more so than him getting yanked out the car as he's getting told, get out the car, and they're yanking him out the car, not even giving him a chance to get out the car. But you're chokehold slamming someone that is cuffed on the sidewalk. Mind you, at this point, they already know that this is Tyreek Hill. The only one that might have not have known that this was Tyreek Hill at that point in time was the very last guy, which is the very first guy. They're the same guy. The very first guy that knocked on the window, and then the very last guy that was in Jonnu's face. That's the only person that did not know or might not have known that this was Tyreek Hill at that point in time. And he wasn't the one that slammed Tyreek Hill, but he definitely had some anger issues of his own when he approached Jonnu Smith there at the end. Just absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Through and through. And then, like, look, I get, like, oh, okay, Jonnu's blocking traffic. He's like, not even giving him a chance. Like, okay, look, hey, you want to go somewhere? Look, you pull here, we'll get you over. Or have him move your car or whatever. Something. But, like, the way that they handled this entire situation, their whole thing was de-escalating. Give me a freaking break. Like, I understand that Tyreek Hill wasn't immediately cooperative with the window thing. But, like, was that a reason to yank him out of the car? Was that a reason to put your knee in his back after slamming him on the floor? Was that a reason to chokehold slam him when he's in handcuffs already? Was anything that happened prior a reason for your excessive force? It was not. Plain and simple. And that's basically what Tyreek Hill's agent or Tyreek Hill's attorneys said. It was like, look, that's exactly what it is. It is he rolled down the window, then rolled it back up after he gave him his information, knocked on his window again, rolled it down, didn't roll it down all the way, didn't roll it down fast enough for the cops' liking, and then yanked him out of the car. Like, give me a break. Give me a break. Give Tyreek a break. Like, free my dog Reek, honestly. And then Mike McDaniel talked about it, from the emotional standpoint. He's like, look, I don't know, like, what kills him and what F's him up is the fact that he doesn't know what that feeling is. Because, like, yeah, he may be half black, but, like, he hasn't had to deal with it because he kind of, he doesn't look like a black person. He doesn't look like a light skin. He looks white almost, basically. And so for, this stuff, he doesn't really have that experience, lucky for him. But he knows that the teammates were there for him. Jonnu, Calais Campbell, great, fantastic teammates to, put their own lives at risk, basically, is what Mike McDaniel, the way that he put it. And honestly, I'm putting it that same way. put their lives at risk to stop and try to help Tyreek. And Tyreek is right. What if this wasn't Tyreek Hill? Because they knew this was Tyreek Hill, and they still treated him this way. And then you have, two big ass black men with expensive cars, pull up next to a stadium, and you're sitting there and you're still treating them like, oh, like maybe these are his teammates. Maybe, they're treating them like they're gang members, bro. Like, what are you doing? It's very, very just effed up, bro. It really is. And I do think that this is going to make this team bond even stronger. I really do. Holland already talked about the situation. Jonnu, I don't think has talked about it publicly. Calais talked about it on First Take this morning. Tyreek talked about it to a certain extent. Tua hasn't really talked about it, but like the way that Tua was yesterday, I think was different than the way he's going to be like today and tomorrow, right? Because yesterday they still had a job to do. They still had to go out there and perform against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And, meanwhile, it wasn't the prettiest game. They still got it done. And it really happened in the second half when Tua had his impassioned speech at halftime where he called out people by name, including Durham Smythe, who had 3 drops in the first half. And it got everybody fired up. It got Ramsey fired up, who led up 2 touchdowns in the first half. You saw Ramsey made a key 4th and 1 stop. No, this team it really came together and it really formed around Tua. And really, like, the leadership that he exerted was fantastic. And I'll go into that in more detail tomorrow morning. But yeah, this was something special from this team, the resilience that they had to just put this behind them. And like, this is no easy situation to let go. Like, we're sitting here as fans or, people that have not gone through this before. And like, it's like, oh, well, yeah, you can just brush it off. I had a speeding ticket before. Like, bro, a speeding ticket has ruined people's days, let alone, getting thrown on the ground, putting cuffs, and then having to go play a football game afterwards. Like, I understand it's a job to do that you're paid millions of dollars to do, but how are you supposed to get right mentally? Some people can't even go to work after getting a speeding ticket. They're like, bro, I'm so fried out today. Like, I gotta get back home. Like, I'm done with today. Tyreek Hill was thrown on the ground, put in cuffs, putting a chokehold, slamming on the concrete. Calais Campbell put in cuffs for absolutely freaking nothing. Jonnu just yelled at and ran up on by a cop. Like, you see all this going on and it's emotionally, mentally damaging. And they had to put this to the side, go in and play a football game. Football seems so much less important at that point in time. And I got to give credit to these guys through and through. Honestly, like the brotherhood, the way that they were able to just put this behind them and go and fight on the football field for each other. It was great to see, honestly. Tyreek Hill's 80-yard touchdown catch was just a final nail in the coffin. It was a final FU. Excuse that. It was a final FU to those cops. Like, it really was. All right, y'all. That's what I got for y'all today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Deuces.